Since the achievement of prehistoric humans first creating the invention of the body pillow, many different types of species, breeds, and even fan bases have been born and brought into the world today. Not only has there been consistent studies and research to determine the differences, but there's also been some major differences that separate them all from one another. Like firstly, the pedophile. Now, the pedophile, or otherwise referred to as the Japanophile, lolicon, or even degen, was an individual or group of fans who had an attraction to young girls. Traits of these fans were that they couldn't name 3 different types of deodorant, they couldn't answer the question how much do you bench, and their worst nightmare was something so scary, so horrifying, and trigger warning I may add, a shower. Now, history from our textbooks of anime psychology has shown that these types of people never left their natural habitat, but history also states that instead of them moving out or saving up for a house like the regular humans of their time, they just moved into the basement. Now, textbooks that use information from the 2000s to 2025 also state that these fans also commonly played games like Minecraft, Valorant, or even League of Legends. Number 2, the weeb. Now, the weeb was a very weird type of species, as some were hated, mocked online, but yet some were loved and admired for everything they did. Now, it's unknown if these people were bad to the community, and it's unknown if they were good, but other species during this time have stated that they were rather smelly. Now, it's very hard to spot a weeb in the flesh outside, but its most natural habitats were at conventions, in their house, or even Japan. Now, weebs were a very specific type of case, as unlike other fans, these ones took anime to the extreme, which led them to do things or even say things that other people wouldn't. For example, many of these species, instead of speaking their natural language, would revert to something in Japanese they heard from a show. Like, for example, before eating a meal, instead of saying thank you for the food, they would say arigato in a Korean restaurant. Number 3, the smart. Now, the smart, or nerd, can be identified through many things, but science has shown that this individual type of species actually has a specific mouth wave that has been formed into a 3D printed shape that, when mimicked, gives off the sound, read the manga. What's even scarier is that this type of species has also been recorded to make every conversation about anime turn into a TED Talk, as talking with these people was indubitably very hard, as many old textbooks, hieroglyphics, and writing on the wall has stated that it was like talking to a brick wall, but the brick wall was smarter. Now, a smart habitat was usually in their parents' basement, or jump scare warning, r/rent a girlfriend. And they were always known to have some very unique traits, like always watching it subbed, or even always giving recommendations, but never listening to any. To put this into perspective so we can fully dive deeper and understand just how impactful this topic is, let's say there's a lady calling out for help on an airplane for a doctor. Now, the smart is the type of guy to say he's a doctor, run up to the deceased, and then prescribe him with cancer in his anus. Now, these traits unduly show the pure fierce and elite presence they had on the community at this time. I forgot. The secret guy, or girl, #gender equality. Now, these types of species were very discreet and undercover about watching anime. If we look back at our textbooks of anime psychology, we can read that on page 69, it states that these fans were usually much more abundant during the time span when anime was still looked down upon, as they hid the fact that they liked it to not get bullied or treated badly by others. And this is what truly separated them and made them a secret guy or girl, #gender equality. Some traits of this species were that they always closed their tabs of the recent anime they were watching. They never watched anime on a TV unless they knew that they were home alone by themselves, and they usually said things like "I hate anime" or "anime is so weird" to gain the opinion of others because they're afraid of being looked down upon. Now, unlike other anime fans, this species was a very diverse habitat enjoyer, as they could be seen anywhere, like outside, in the shower, or even playing a sport. Number 16, the shonen fan. Now, unlike the other species mentioned, except for the secret guy, was one of the very few to work out or go to the gym while listening to any sort of music or even anime music. Now, what separated these is that the shonen fan usually went out to the gym to get a physique of an anime character or just get shredded. Now, a shonen fan's natural habitat was mainly either one of the 3 mentioned here: his room, the gym, or even the gym. Now, shonen fans had a very unique type of anime style, as most of them didn't watch shows that had a good story, comedy aspect, or romance, and they stuck to fighting or hardcore tropes like Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Berserk, and some even stepped out of their comfort zone with Chainsaw Man or Solo Leveling. Now, it's undoubtedly mentioned that for a shonen fan to be kept sane, they needed to watch a shonen series every once a week, or else they would have shonen withdrawal. Now, shonen withdrawal can be seen when a person doesn't watch enough shonen, so they start losing motivation. This can be seen by them eating large meals to cope, playing anime fighting games on Roblox that suck, or even watching the sunset for no reason at all. Now, in summary, if there's anything you can gain from this lecture, there is no such thing as a normal anime fan. From the smart to the weebs using chopsticks to eat cereal, or even the pedophiles in their basement. We're all different, but that's what makes us great. Okay, I don't know why I ended a Disney ending. Thanks for watching, and yeah, peace.